As I stepped into the 41st year of my life, I posted 3 shirtless photos of myself on Instagram with the caption, just checking if I'm still hot. I think I am. Someone wrote this comment on the photos. Now, in this case, I believe that it is important to hide this person's privacy. That is why I'm not displaying his name. That is not always necessary when I read out comments. He says, I don't understand that why in our community all guys click photos half nude. Sorry if it hurts, but मला हा प्रश्न नेहमी पडतो. That is, he always has this question. Subscribe to my YouTube channel Awaken with Sagar and don't forget to hit the bell icon to receive the latest updates. Thank you for this comment, rather, this question. This gives me an opportunity to talk about this and it does not hurt. Generalizing your specific observations is not only unnecessary but also inappropriate. For example, if someone from a particular city does not drive properly, I cannot say that people from that city or that state do not drive properly. That is very, very wrong, isn't it? I can say that this particular person belongs to that particular city and he or she does not drive properly. So, generalizing is never ever necessary or appropriate. And why do I say that? That's because not all gay guys do that. Secondly, gay guys who do not do that always. And thirdly, straight guys also do that. Basically, people who work on their bodies tend to want to display that to the world. Now, there is a little catch here. Should you be doing that or not? By default, I would say don't do it. Now, you may say, Sagar, you yourself do it. How can you say or ask others not to do that? Reach a point in your life. Achieve something in your life. Now, life is never 100% perfect or stable for anyone in this world, but at least reach a point, reach an age. I see many youngsters doing many things online out of hollowness. That does not help. People who have not even started on their careers, people who have not even found their partners as yet, which is why I am not against premarital sex as such, but I always encourage youngsters to avoid it as much as possible. Especially if you have not yet found your partner and you only continue to indulge in casual sex, that is not desired. That will keep you in a very, very confused state. It might take you in a direction aberrant from what you want. So, reach a point in your life, reach a milestone in your life. Do not just start doing it because you see everybody else doing it as well. Every individual has a choice of his own, isn't it? But then someone doing it at 20, when he has not even started his life as yet, may not always work for that person. So give it some time before you start doing something, especially something such as self-display. Let's talk about that. Now, why people, especially youngsters, whether straight or gay, do such things online is a separate discussion altogether. But to quickly scratch the surface, according to a Harvard-based survey, when you share or disclose something about yourself, especially online these days, that online is way more than offline, the same part of your brain gets stimulated that also gets stimulated when you take substances or drugs. So, if you are a social media addict, you very well know how a drug addict might be feeling. Now, when I share something about myself with 5-6 people, that same part gets stimulated when they appreciate me. In school, for example, when I used to be a topper, I used to love mathematics. My relatives, my friends, my neighbors used to appreciate me, and that same part of the brain used to get stimulated. Now, when I do something online and 50 instead of 5 people appreciate me, why wouldn't I want that, isn't it? So, similarly, especially with youngsters, that they are somewhere seeking validation, somewhere seeking appreciation or acceptance out there. Now, some guys know what they are doing. They are very much aware of their own bodies. They are into physical fitness as well. There is a Fit India movement as well, isn't it? So, people who are dedicated to that job, them doing that is a separate story altogether. But There are so many others who are not only displaying their bodies but also making such content only to seek attention and validation from out there. That is damaging. So, at an individual level, every person needs to ask as to whether one is doing that for validation or out of self awareness. Now, coming back to me, unfortunately, I keep mentioning my age again and again, but a 41-year-old doing something is not the same as a 19-20-year-old doing the same thing, isn't it? I'm not boasting about anything, but I have worked for 2 decades. My life is more than 70%, I would say, done. My career is also more than 60-70% done. Of course, there are many, many more things to achieve in life. Age is just a number, but my number is big as well. A 19-20-year-old who has just started blooming cannot be doing things just to seek something from out there. If I am doing something, I am doing it inside out. I know that this is what I am, this is just a part of my life, and this is just a fun part of my life. By the way, social media is supposed to be a fun part of life only. Fun and part being very, very important words. So, despite the fact that today's youth are very talented, knowledgeable, and very evolved for their age as well, they need to reach a point, a milestone, and achieve something in their lives before beginning to do something. And seeking validation from out there, outside in kind of achievements, are never recommended, irrespective of your age. Now, I don't intend to sound pompous, but many men and women, more men than women, but women as well, have been saying to me since TikTok times. Oh my god, I myself cannot watch some of my own cringy TikTok videos, but they have been writing to me on Grindr, Instagram, and here and there, WhatsApp as well, that they feel inspired by seeing someone like me at this age doing some of the things that I'm doing, dances, or maybe my photos as well. Did I just say dances? But it is nice to be an inspiration to somebody, to be at a place from where you can say that, hey, you know what, this is possible at this age as well. It helps people get some boost in their own lives. And it is not even for me to hear from them that Sagar, you are an inspiration. It is only to demonstrate that life is beautiful. I have still not made that tattoo. So, to conclude, clicking your pictures of any kind, as long as they are appropriate, is not wrong. Posting them online is also not wrong. Using the social media is also not wrong. But firstly, we do not need to generalize our observations to everybody. And secondly, we need to understand that everyone is on their own journey. First of all, I need to focus on my own journey, and individuals who do that, and whoever is listening in, needs to look within first before taking actions out there. And this has got nothing to do with straight or gay.